Hi everybody, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. I have to make this video because it's really exciting. We have got a full supermoon on the 14th of November this year, 2016, and it's going to be probably the brightest, the biggest, one of the most life-changing supermoons we have probably ever seen in our lifetime. So, and seeing as I'm Husky Light, I'm all about the full moons and the new moons. I know how they affect us. I know how people's lives on a day-to-day basis are ruled or can be ruled by moon phases and everything. This is one video that I had to do. So sit back, I will tell you all about it. It's going to be really, really good. So just before I get into just why this full moon on the 14th of November is so special, let's go into a bit of the history of the full moon. Now, a lot of tribes in history named their full moon. They did this for a number of reasons, and we go back to the most popular, which is the Farmer's Almanac, which was founded in 1792, and it's Native Americans. Native Americans and early Native Americans didn't record time by using the months of the Julian or the Gregorian calendar. Many tribes kept track of time by observing the seasons and the lunar months. Although there was a lot of variables with this, because for some tribes 1 year contained 4 seasons and started at a certain season, such as spring or falls, other tribes counted 5 years to a season, to a year. Some tribes defined the year as 12 moons, while others assigned it to 13 moons, and certain tribes that used the lunar calendar added an extra new moon every few years to keep it in sync with the seasons. So Native Americans, that we go off most of all, used full moon names and had a meaning for each full moon. The full moon that comes out on the 14th of November is called the Beaver full moon, because this was the time of year to set traps before the water froze over, and they could still catch beavers and similar animals in order to obtain their fur to keep them warm over the winter months. And this moon was also called the full frost moon. Okay, so what makes this supermoon so extra super on the 14th of November? So it will be a supermoon that is closest. It's been the closest full moon this year, but it will be the closest full moon to date this century as well. In fact, it will mark the closest full moon since 1948. After November the 14th, the moon won't come that close to Earth again until November the 25th, 2034. So this is almost, for some of us, a once in a lifetime thing. It's estimated that a supermoon could appear up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than the average full moon. So this is really good depending on where you are in the world, and hopefully we've got a really clear night and we've got good weather conditions. I suggest that you get out your cameras, your telescope, your iPads, whatever you use, and record it. Get some pictures of it, because it is going to be amazing with this. Now, how does the supermoon affect our lives? Full moons in general provoke certain themes in our lives that have been gaining momentum during the weeks leading up to the full moon, and these themes typically become more apparent the 3 or 4 day period prior to the full moon as they approach a peak or a release point. So if you're getting rid of something in your life, it comes to that climax around the full moon. If you're resolving something, if something is coming to pass, if something is coming to fruition for you and manifesting it in your life, you will see that it will normally come around the full moon if you take notice of that, and of course you've been putting your intentions out there and working hard at it. These themes could be really minor, so you don't really notice them, or they could be significant life events that are easily recognisable to you, depending on what the astrological variables of this are. These themes could present themselves through relationships or experiences, or they could occur internally. You could have changes in internal emotional feelings, changes in thinking. It doesn't all have to be on an external basis. So full moons often represent a time of change, flux and adjustment, which are often inspired by some sort of realization or an increase in consciousness. Full moons are really excellent times to balance and integrate energies of the opposing signs, or they could induce situations where they are at odds with one another. The extra supermoon on November the 14th will be a super full moon in Taurus. So don't forget, also we've got a December full moon in Gemini as well. But even though the December supermoon won't come quite as close to Earth as the November one is the big one. It's going to be a miraculous time for different reasons. There are loads of astrological sites and information if you go into Google, if you want to see specifically how this full moon in Taurus will affect you depending on what sign you are. One of the main things to remember though about this, but because it's closer, because it's brighter than ever before since 1948, and we're not going to get another one for a while, your emotions that are usually heightened, that are usually deeper than usual around a full moon, are probably going to be super heightened, and very, very intuitive as well, and probably psychic abilities coming around for you. So watch out for that. Just be in control of your emotions, control your thoughts, and bring into fruition whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into fruition. It's a really good time. This is quite an important one this year. So take care. Namaste. I will speak to you soon. I hope this helped. Bye.